Hey everybody, I'm going to resume this, but I just want to get the ball rolling. The New Orleans Saints have announced that they are going to start unbelievably start they're going to start. Hey everybody, I'm going to resume this, but I just want to get the ball rolling. The New Orleans Saints have announced that they are going to start Taysom Hill over Jameis Winston. And I think it's a smokescreen. And what you're looking at are I went to Twitter to see what the reactions were. That's the notifications I got. This is really trend. See, it says Taysom Hill right there. Okay, it says Saints will start Sunday versus the Falcons. Hill took all the starter reps in practice this week. Jameis Winston will be the backup. There are 1,000. And it says intrigue in New Orleans. The Saints have given quarterback Taysom Hill starter reps in practice this week, source said. So while Jameis Winston took over for injured Drew Brees last week, signs are pointing toward Hill getting his first NFL starter QB if all checks out after practice. And then he follows up with the Saints gave a 2-year, $21 million contract this offseason with eyes on him being the future at quarterback in New Orleans. On Sunday, he'll get a chance to prove it. Taysom Hill expected to start after working as a starter in practice all week. And Field Yates says, note, Taysom Hill is eligible to be utilized at your tight end spot on ESPN Fantasy for the week. And it says that Taysom Hill will, James Wilson will not be part of any offensive packages Sunday versus the Falcons per Deanna ESPN. The Saints now, QB now is Taysom Hill. I got to believe that's a smokescreen. I'm reading this and I'm thinking, this sounds foolish, you know? Like the fantasy poll in Marymount says, it's one of two things will happen. One, it's the bait and switch to trick the opposing team into preparing for the wrong guy, like starting a relief pitcher in baseball just to get all the platoon hitters in the opposite lineup. Or Hill is terrible and Jameis is in by halftime. And some replies are, well, Jameis is terrible. He's not accurate. I don't believe about that. He says, Jameis is one of 5 men in NFL history to throw for 5,100 yards in the season at his 5-year career start. Stats are identical to Peyton Manning. Taysom Hill starting his white privilege on steroids. I agree. Yeah, because, my point is, what's the fear, And this one says, did anyone expect him not to? He's been a part of the offense for 3 years. But what about the whole slash thing? It just seems it seems like a setup because I'm not, if someone says Michael Thomas refused to run a fly route, which influenced the coaching staff's decision. Oh, come on. This is ridiculous. Do they really think this is going to work? I think, my thought is that he says, felt this way on NFL Live, played the defenses have never seen before, plays the defenses have never seen before from New Orleans. Oh, come on. Ridiculous. I don't think so. I don't think that Taysom Hill is unproven as a passer, even in the Saints offense. And for the little time that Jameis spent in the offense, I thought his performance was masterful. So I got to believe it's a smokescreen but why? I mean, they're playing a familiar opponent. Okay. What's the whole purpose of it? I feel sorry for Jameis because it seems like every time he turns around, something weird happens to him. It's never straight away. It's not, hey, we built this offense around you. It's more like, hey, you do this offense even if it's not the best for you. That was the Buccaneers. Or the agents he's had. He's had some terrible advice with agents. or this situation. You know, he doesn't get treated in a way that's commensurate with his exceptional talent. He gets treated like a guy that some people think, oh, he's this black guy that we have to have in here, as opposed to a guy who's really exceptionally talented. It's like, quite literally, Jameis is facing two sides of a coin as opposed to one simple directive, which is, hey, look, go run my team. You know, I feel sorry for him. He doesn't deserve it. I hope I'm right in saying that's a smokescreen. We'll see. And I'll come back to this later. But I want to get this out right now and just some short preliminary comments and see what you have to say about it. All right. I'll be back on this. Not over. Okay, see ya.